on the Edge, we are spilling the tea on a new app aptly called Tea. It's where women only can post photos of men they're dating to summon input from other women.
All right, you guessed it. It's stirring up some major controversy. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack joins us live with the details. A piece, I should say, very appropriate for the Edge. What's going on here?
Well, we all might learn something tonight, Roop and Amy. So if you have TikTok in the last couple of days, you might have been scrolling through and seen something about this Tea app. If you're like me, you're not really on TikTok. It's taking 20-year-old women and it's creating kind of a frenzy. You're able to post men that you're dating to, elicit input from other women. It's got a lot of guys scared. Take a look. How would you characterize dating as a 22-year-old?
Honestly, it kind of sucks.
Out of that, an app was born. It's called Tea, as in spill the tea or gossip. It's got Gen Z in a chokehold, spreading as it does on TikTok.
Mama, we made it. Look at that.
Whoever keeps posting my husband on the Tea app needs to stop.
Guys, I'm trending on the Tea app. I'm trending on the Tea app.
There's actually a waiting list to get on this thing.
You pass the waiting list, you have to submit a picture of your face with an ID to prove that you are a girl, because no guys are allowed in the apps.
Emily, anonymous here and on the app, admittedly embarrassed, saying she's a frequent user. You can post photos of who you're dating to gauge other women's experiences with these men, so-called red and green flags. The reviews are rarely positive.
So it's kind of crazy, like both sides of the spectrum is really dictating my dating life now.
Emily says the Tea app seems to be particularly popular in Middle Eastern communities, especially Dearborn.
Oh, Dearborn men, how the Tea app has gotten under your skin.
All these guys are talking to, they're all like getting nervous, they're all freaking out, making TikToks about it.
It offers other services like background checks and catfish verification.
They're trying to find some type of way to up your reputation so bad.
I can see some areas where this could cause people some big problems.
Attorney William Barnwell says it's possible men getting posted have civil legal recourse. If the posts are affecting their work, family life, or reputation, defamation might apply.
Truth is an absolute defense to a defamation claim. So you can't just sue somebody because your feelings got hurt.
On the criminal side, there could be cause for electronic harassment or even stalking.
You can be saying something that is true, but it's being used in a way to constantly harass somebody, cyber harassment. There are laws that cover that.
He suggests to the ladies proceed with caution.
In people's outrage to want to out these bad people, it might be better sometimes just to walk away.
So we wanted to talk to the people that run this app. I reached out a couple of times in the last few days and no one has responded. Now, we did ask the attorney William there if maybe the app could be liable if these men try to take some sort of legal recourse. And the short answer is he didn't know. This is really uncharted territories, how liable these social media companies and these apps are. He did say, as this app gains popularity, he's probably going to be getting some phone calls. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on the Edge.
And as is the case with many stories you do, as it goes viral, I'm sure the folks with Tea would want to spill the tea on the questions that you have, because the question I have is, what happens if someone posts a really scandalous picture on there? I would imagine this opens it up to all kinds of trouble. What could happen next?
Yeah, Roop, that falls into sort of the criminal territory. That attorney we spoke to, he said that absolutely would be a so-called red flag for criminal activity. And that's something you wouldn't seek an attorney for necessarily. You'd go right to the police for something like that.
Jessica Dupnack for us live tonight on the Edge.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Listen, man, so it seems that we got another thing going on in this dating world. We already got these podcasts and stuff with all these men versus women, women versus men, everybody trying to get their viewpoint on what a relationship really supposed to be. And none of them, all the people that be talking, none of them not even married. You know what I'm saying? Never married. They all got baby kids and stuff, baby daddies, baby mamas and stuff. Like, how you giving all these viewpoints on relationships and y'all got all these toxic situations going on? So now this Tea app is supposed to be a thing for women to get input from other women about this guy. Is this guy a good guy? You know what I'm saying? But you got anonymous people, women on there bashing these guys and just lying. You know what I mean? So just looking at that news report right there, it's like, how is this app can't really be sued? So I'm kind of confused on what that lawyer was saying. You know what I mean? Because like these women can say anything about these guys and no consequences. You know what I mean? Like the guy probably could have been a good guy, but it just didn't work out with this woman. And now this woman, she's kind of bitter, and now she can go on this app and say all type of stuff about this guy, like, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But the app really supposed to be about, you know, is this guy a graper? You know what I'm saying? Do he beat women and stuff like that? He just a bad guy. Like, I can understand that. You know what I mean? Because no guy should be putting his hand on a woman. So if this guy's a bad guy, yeah, put him on there to really warn other women. But these women using it, abusing this app. You know what I'm saying? And you hear a woman like this right here.
People been coming up with on this T app. So I'm on TikTok last night. You see in the corner, I'm uploading. I don't even scroll like that. The only time I'm ever scrolling is to find news or to upload and like kind of wait a little bit. Man, this came across my timeline. This guy, Gatsby, okay? Gatsby, look at his profile so you can make sure it's him. Y'all, he told a story about him talking about his friend getting like their information put out by a trans woman. So the trans woman basically tried to expose his cisgendered male friend, right? Tried to say they was messing around. The friend called Gatsby and was like, y'all gotta beat her up. You know, they trying to do all this stuff, expose me to my tea, whatever. Boom. So Gatsby said one of his female friends called him and was like, your boy on the T app. So he sent a picture like, oh, this is my boy. Remember I told y'all the story, because he told a story time about that same young man and the trans girl. So he had the female friend contact the person like, tell me more about dude. Do you know that the trans lady sent the girl, because you can only get on this app if you're a girl. You got to send your pictures and everything. Literally sent the girlfriend videos of dude getting his back blown out and blowing backs out. Taking it and giving it down. And you tried to have your friends harm that TS lady. Talk like it wasn't really true. All of that. Messy. My other girlfriend that was on the app, y'all, trigger warning. She saw one of her friends' baby daddies on there. And the baby daddy, it looked like it had like 50 or 60 something women saying that he's a rapist. And so my friend, she called her friend whose baby dad that was. And the girl was like, I've been telling girls to stay away from him for years. Y'all thought I was playing? That he like tries to take girls' money, lies about how much he really got, and he will beat you and he will grape you. They're on there telling the tea on the T app. But there's also on there, they said that there's like green flags. So if you post a dude and you're like, y'all tell me about Sammy. And everybody's like, green flags on Sammy. That's a good guy. That's the homeboy. He worked down to the job with me. So you might be accidentally promoting your man for girls that might want to see him. But you also might be, you know what I mean, letting the world know when somebody is a jerk. So I say everybody get on this app. Do not abuse this app. And really let's see what's going on with the tea.
Delete the app, bro. They said I'm using my Connect 4 board to get head. What? I only use it for money. They saying I block that's not interested in me. What? I ain't never been a sucker. They said they said I took a bitch on a date and made her pay for it. What? That's not my character.
My big brother on the T.I. food. Let me please listen to this shit. First of all, context. My brother is the biggest hoe of all hoes, bro. Like, he crack new shit all the time. He called me, FaceTime me. We be fishing for like that's what we do. That's how I bond with my brother. And he'll be telling me stories about how this crazy. How I'm not cracking this no more because she sucked too good. That means she right. T-page come out. I mean T-app come out, right? I already knew he was gonna be on there. I already knew it. Niggas got a good 500 bodies. Like estimating though. Estimating. Niggas don't know it all. Bro, I knew it. Get on there. I look his name up. First of all, I look his first name up. Look up nicknames. No niggas nicknames. Look up their nicknames. I look up his nickname. Bro, 13 comments, 6 red flags, and 1 green flag. And he like, you know, it's several like people with certain nicknames or certain names, bro. He's the like 6th or 5th nigga at the top of the page, fool. Like at the top of the fucking page, bruh. Mind you, that was last night when I finally got accepted. Because first of all, I was told to get on the app so that we could scope this shit out for him. I was gonna get on it anyway, but I was rushed because of him. That was last night when the nigga had 13 comments. Right now, this morning, well, not even right now. Earlier this morning, this nigga had 19 comments. He is popping on there, and I called it. Let's go over some of them comments. Mind you, every comment is a new. Every comment is a different. I'm about to go back and forth from this app to the T app and tell y'all all these comments. Have fun. He cute. He a whore. He is a whore, and his. No comment. Laughing emojis.
I'm about to sue the out the Tia. Dude, they posted me again. And I got 100 red flags with 0 green flags. Mind you, the first time they posted me, I had 37 red flags. I thought that was bad. 100 red flags? And when I told y'all about that, a lot of y'all in the comment section was telling me to sue the Tia. Dude, can I actually get some bread from suing the Tia? Now, deadass, I'm very, very, very interested because this gotta be defamation, identity defamation, lies, spreading lies about you, destroying your public image. This gotta be some sort of crime. This is not right.
The app was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say. You can't believe what they're saying. You gotta watch what they're doing. They can tell you all day what they won't do, but that app is showing you what they will do. Y'all are showing just how low vibrational the men that y'all have to pick from are. You can't sit up and say that you got all these options yet. These are the men that you're picking. The truth is, that's all you got to pick from. You have a bunch of group of nasty, terrible men to choose from, and you're just trying to find the best out of the worst. But all of them are horrible. Everything that you have to choose from is horrible. Because of how you are as a woman. You carry yourself in a way that there's a very specific type of man who would find you attractive. And that small group of men is who y'all are choosing from. And that's why y'all are sharing the same men. Because out of that small group of men that y'all are all picking from, y'all are trying to find the best looking one, the one who appear to seem like he got some money, even though he usually don't end up having no money. Y'all are all picking and filtering through that small group of disgusting, nasty pookies, right? And no matter what you get online and say about how you want rich men, you ain't even in proximity to rich men. Rich men don't even see you on their radar when you walk by, right? Because nothing about who you are and how you carry yourself would pick up on the radar of a man who got any class about himself, right? Only pookies find you desirable. And that's the reason why y'all are all sharing the same pookies. That's the reason why y'all all sharing the same pookies. It don't matter what y'all get on that app and expose regarding these men, how terrible they done treated you, what STDs they done gave you, how many babies they done had and left. There still will be a line of women ready to give that man a shot to see whether or not she can get better results than you got. So you can never really expose men because there's always going to be women who are willing to test it out for themselves and still see whether or not the stuff the previous women said is actually true.
Part that's burning out about this whole TF shit is telling me I better not see my nigga on there. Okay? You hype, but you know what he do already. What you talking about? You don't need the teeth. You've been sipping it already. That nigga done knocked you out cold on numerous occasions. Nigga ain't had no money since 2022. He been cheating since forever. What the f did T possibly tell you? I better not see my nigga on there. You should actually put him on there, cause this nigga's out here living nasty. Y'all burning me out with this shit. It's not that deep. There's nothing you gonna see on there about your nigga that you ain't already know or that's gonna make you leave. Leave it the f alone. And then some bitches tell us, oh, y'all worrying about the T-app whole time my body T.
I understand the compulsion. Like, oh my gosh, this is a way to kind of navigate and avoid any pitfalls that I'm missing. And when it comes to doing criminal background checks, doing things like that, I'm all for it. But having an app where you are mad that someone ghosted you, so now we're going to put up a whole bunch of flags for said person, it says a lot more about you than it does about that man. Because the fact that you get treated poorly or something happens that you don't agree with, and there's a multitude of reasons. a lot of times you guys just like to be like, oh, he's a bad person, he's a bad man, and I'm no pick me. I'm the opposite of a pick me. I will eat most of these men for dinner and go about my day. I have no need to ever have my worth proven to a man ever a day in my life. But with that being said, I understand you don't want to be hurt. This is not the way you go about not wanting to be hurt. Wanting to make sure you're not dealing with a dangerous and violent man, I am absolutely all for. But because you got your feelings hurt, now you want to have that person blacklisted, blackballed, or whatever from dating other people, because under your subjective view of how a relationship can go or should go, he did not match your expectations. And he did something to you that might have hurt you or might have impacted you negatively. This is not reason enough to have an app where you go and blast him. Because like I said, it says way more about you than the man. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times those red flags that you're seeing come up is your shadow. It's your shadow side that you refuse to acknowledge. So it's easier to put your attention in denigrating that man, putting him down, and having an app where you can go to and say whatever you need to say. That's way easier for you than to sit and look in the mirror as to what you tolerated and what you accepted. And this is coming from someone who's been in abusive relationships, who's been played out like crazy before, all of those types of things. And you know what it did for me? It helped me improve my discernment. It helped me understand who I am. It helped me stand on discipline, not just accepting any man who throws attention my way. This ain't it for what you think it is. This is not it. And you might be missing out on an actual decent relationship with someone because some other girl who you don't even know, because you don't know the women, it's all anonymous. So you don't even know if the person who's putting him on blast isn't all right up here. I heard a story just yesterday of a dude who went out on a Tinder date with this girl. They hit it off. They had 4 dates. It was amazing. And then finally, it was time she wanted to come up, see his apartment. He came up, saw his apartment. And they started to get hot and heavy, and then she started to cry and be like, I was assaulted, I'm not comfortable with this yet, all of this type of stuff, right? So he respected it, called her Uber because she was ready to go home, sent her home. Next thing you know, because he decided to break it off because he had just gotten out of a relationship and he wasn't ready for something that serious and to work through that. And I think that is completely and totally fair. It is up to that person to ask if this is something they can handle. And he said, I cannot handle that. So turn around and he starts dating other people. And then someone starts putting up flyers around his house saying that he basically is a coercive, like he coerces people. And he doesn't respect any of that. Basically calling him a predator. He had to go take these flyers down. And finally reached out to her being like, yo, this is not cool. Like, I don't understand, like, why you would do this to me. She said, oh, I got my feelings hurt. And because I got my feelings hurt, like, I'm sorry because I got my feelings hurt. He ended up going to her house to talk to her, talk through it. Because he's like, maybe I could figure out, like, why she feels the way that she does. Ended up going there. She throws herself at him. He's like, nah, I'm not interested. Especially after what just happened. I'm not interested. So then she goes into the kitchen because he went to her house. She goes into the kitchen and comes out with a knife. And it turns out, because he left, called the cops. He was able to get away and call the cops. Turns out, she already had a stalking charge. And this is what I'm saying. This gender essentialism is going to kick your ass every single day. And until you see, one of the things that men have done to us is dehumanize us. Dehumanizing them back is not going to give y'all what you think it's going to give y'all. It's not going to give you the solace. It's not going to give you the healing you're looking for. Okay, this is all a layered situation. This is all a layered thing. And I said in a video earlier, it's across genders right now. Both sides is coming up crazy. So now relying on an app to denigrate other human beings, you got to ask yourself, are you dehumanizing men back? Are you dehumanizing yourself in the process? This is not what y'all think it is. And I know it might give you some solace to be like, oh, he's not on there, I'm going to leave him alone. You could fuck around and miss out on the love of your life because you're listening to everybody else but yourself, your intuition, and your level of discernment. So do what y'all want to do, but that app ain't it. And I understand why y'all picking it, but it's not going to give y'all what y'all think it's going to give y'all.
So I agree with everything those women are saying. You know what I mean? Because that is true. Like you can, like I just said, like you can have bearded women that can go on this app and just abuse men. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This app is wild. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be do for some good to really check and see if this guy really is a bad guy. But you got a lot of women abusing, man. But listen, that's all I got for now, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this old app, man. Do y'all really think this app can really do good for relationships, or man, it is bad all around? Let me know in the comments, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe.